If your husband grew up in a home where emotions were not safe, and now as an adult, his wife, you try to express emotions, he may have an inner child come take over and use tools that he used back in the day at 4, 5, and 6, like deflect, minimize, escape, just anything to get away from the threat and get back to safety. So this is part 3. We're talking through Tina's question. She left us a voicemail. Her and her husband are in therapy. They're in couples therapy and individual therapy. And as the months go on, her husband is using therapy language kind of as a weapon to shut her down, end arguments, win arguments. And she's feeling worse about it, more disconnected, and she's wondering, am I being manipulated or is this emotional immaturity and I just have to have more patience? So today I want to just reflect through the family systems lens, and that's what I just did. So when we are not taught how to sit with discomfort without feeling attacked, we try to get away from it. So we'll use anything we can as a shield, which that's what I talked about in the last part, where he may be using these phrases or concepts that he's learning in therapy as a shield to protect himself because he's so uncomfortable with emotions. So I'm not trying to say it's right. I'm just trying to explain to help understand so then we can get to a better solution. So this is one thing I would try if I was Tina after an argument. Once you bring up your emotions and your husband says, I'm not responsible for your feelings. After things calm down, I would go to my husband and say, listen, Brandon, I love that you're learning so many things in therapy. I can tell you're just soaking it up like a sponge. And I have to be honest with you. When you say things like, you're not responsible for my feelings, it makes me feel dismissed and like you're not trying to understand me. And I know that's not your goal. I'm just trying to explain to you what that's like for me. And I know what we're learning in therapy is meant to make us feel more connected and more safe. So I wonder if you can have a conversation with me about either my approach. Can I change my approach so you feel more safe? Or what can we do when we're in the midst of a conversation so that we try to stay connected through it rather than throwing out things that make me feel worse in the end? So I'm not calling him a manipulative person. I'm just increasing some self-awareness. So that would be my first attempt before I bring it to the couples therapist, and that will be in a future part that we'll discuss. Next, we're going to talk about redefining the 20-minute break as it should be used. So I am also trained in Gottman, and I want to make sure that you guys have a clear understanding of how the de-escalation tactic is supposed to be used in an argument so that your pulse rate goes down. So we'll go into that in the next part.